All right, so today we're going to be talking about identifying functions. Identifying functions. What is a function and what is not a function? So the first thing that we need to remember is that for every input, okay, there is exactly one output. So for every input, there is exactly one output. So the thing that you need to ask for yourself every time you see a set of ordered pairs, or if you see a table, is you need to ask yourself, do the x values repeat themselves? Okay, so ask yourself, do the x values repeat themselves? Do the x values repeat themselves? So we'll look at our x values here. Okay, look at our x values, and we can see that the x values do repeat themselves. Okay, they repeat themselves right here, 7 and 7. Okay, if they repeat themselves, you need to ask yourself, is the y value the same? Okay, so first question, do the x values repeat themselves? If the answer is yes, okay, if yes, ask yourself this question, are the y values the same? Okay, are the y values the same? In this case, it's pretty obvious that they're not the same. We have 17 and we have 5. Those aren't the same. Therefore, if they are not the same, it isn't a function because for an input of 7, okay, for an input of 7 you have two outputs, and that's not a function. Okay, so let's move on to another one here. Okay, here what we need to do is draw a series of vertical lines. Okay, because this right here is my x-axis, because that's my x-axis, okay, if I have an input of, right here we have an input of 4, I need to make sure that this is only passing through one point, because if it passes through more than one point, that means it has more than one y value for a given x value. So I'll do the same thing here where I have it at x is -2. Okay, I'm still all right. But as soon as I get to here, if I make a vertical line, this is called the vertical line test. Okay, if there is anywhere I can make a vertical line and it passes through more than one point, okay, it is not a function. Okay, so this relation would not be a function. Okay, if I make a vertical line anywhere, okay, if I make a vertical line anywhere on my graph, okay, and it passes through more than one point, passes through more than one point, it is not a function. Okay, so we've kind of gotten the definition here for when we have ordered pairs, when we have vertical lines. So let's just go for it on some of these. Okay, now we look, we see right here. Okay, I could draw a vertical line there, and it passes through more than one point. Passes through 2 right there. Therefore, it's not a function. Okay, those ones with the graphs are that easy. If there's a vertical line I can draw anywhere on the graph, and it passes through more than one point, it is not a function. Okay. Here, though, we're good. If I look at this real quickly, vertical line there, only one point. Okay, only one point, only one point, only one point, only one, only one. So this one is a function. Okay. Now, remember that question we need to ask ourselves. We need to ask ourselves, do the x values repeat themselves? Do the x values repeat themselves? Well, let's check it out, okay? We want to check it out. Do the x values repeat themselves? I don't know. Let's see. 14, 2, 20, 0, 9, 18. No, they do not repeat themselves. These ones do not repeat themselves. So, if the answer is no, okay, if no, it is a function. Okay, so this one is a function because the x values do not repeat themselves. Okay, here we can see again vertical lines, they only pass through one point. Function. Let's do a couple more examples. No x values repeat themselves. Okay, no x values here repeat themselves. So we know that this one is a function. 2, 4, 12, 9, 17, 15. I didn't say the same number more than twice. Okay, so more than once, I mean. So it is a function. And the last one. We have an x value that does repeat itself. Are these y values the same? No. Okay. For an input of 9, there are two outputs. Okay. For an input of 9, there are two outputs. And two outputs is not exactly 1. Okay. Remember, for every input, there is exactly 1 output. And two outputs is not exactly 1. So this one is not a function. And that is how you identify functions.